How's it going, people? It's your boy DVD. I'm back. Apologies for not uploading a preview video the other day. Look, there was some technicalities, but rather now than later, like to say, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Where do we begin? Let's start with Friday night. This is the review show. Friday night, Liverpool-Norwich. Liverpool just showing exactly why I personally feel. I think Liverpool and City will run away with the league. Liverpool picking up where they left off. I think Norwich played well in spells as well. Don't get me wrong, Norwich are gonna, personally for me, take a couple of points if they keep on playing like that. The Pookie guy up front looks good. So yeah, no surprise in the scoreline. I think Liverpool took their foot off the gas a bit in the second half. But I mean, the game was won already. Slight blemish on Alisson being out, but I mean, Adrian is very capable to step up to that plate. I saw yesterday that Klopp advised that Alisson's only going to be out for a few weeks. Hopefully, I think he should be missing for the Arsenal game. Fuck knows, we need all the help we can get in that. I said that was one of the games where I would actually take the L actually out of the first four. But anyway, I'll come to Arsenal a bit later. On to Saturday, City West Ham. Wow. Uncle Pep, I tell you. Man doesn't waste time. He sees Liverpool scoring 4 on the Friday night. He says to his boys, okay, you go score me 5. Sterling picking up where he left off again. World class, absolute world class. Doesn't even look like the Messiah. I think City again, untouchable machine, untouchable. Rodri looks a baller, I tell you. He looks a great player. And he's going to, even Pep said he is the best defensive midfielder in the league. So very interesting to see how he's going to adjust. But I mean, if the first game is anything to go by, they are going to be a force. Sheffield United, Bournemouth. Sheffield United coming up with a late equalizer. Brilliant to see their fans, the way they enjoyed that goal and for being sharp and all. He is a fan's favourite, so nice fair play there. I was surprised that Bournemouth didn't pick up the victory. But a real shocker for me is coming up now. Burnley smashing Southampton 3-0. I was actually a bit disappointed in Southampton. Burnley, always another big game for us this weekend as well. I always said, maintain, if we need to win our first game against Newcastle and we need to win Burnley. So when we eventually go to Anfield, I can take the L there, that's fine. But again, Barnes in outstanding form as well. Burnley going to be a tough nut to crack. Everton Palace, very stale, boring match if you ask me. Not really any exciting moments. I think Palace had a chance at Max Meyer as well. Zaha came on, they looked like they could threaten as well. Interesting to see Zaha not getting too carried away as well. Watford Brighton, that was a real proper shocker for me. Brighton I tipped as one of the teams to go down because I feel with them sacking Chris Hughton last year as well. I think that was a bad decision for me, but looks like by the first start already, it's like the manager said to them, go out and play, do your thing, and they absolutely smashed Watford as well. Watford as well, coming off the back, they're in a bit of a rut. I must admit, their last game, they got hammered in the cup final. Now they lost at home on their own soil to Brighton. And I mean, Watford is in that pecking order, we would say, between the best of the rest. I mean, if you have to look at Leicester, you look at Wolves, you look at Everton, Watford are in there. So I was a bit disappointed in them. It's the rut that they need to get out of. Saturday ended with Spurs and Villa. I think Villa played well. Villa did good. Tyrone Mings had an outstanding game as well. Took the lead. I just thought that Spurs had too much quality. I mean, if you got Harry Kane, it takes, boom, 1 second. He's in, he scores, he doesn't waste time. And for me personally, they just got tired. In Villa got tired. And Spurs showed that they are the fitter team, they are the classier team as well. On to Sunday as well. First game was us against Newcastle. I was very surprised by the team at Emery picked. Look, I didn't expect to obviously see Danny Ceballos. I didn't expect to see Nicola Pepe. I didn't expect to see Lucas Torreira because, as I said, he just arrived a couple of weeks ago. But I was surprised with that mixture team that he put. I at least expected to see David Luiz playing at least, but he went with Chambers and Socrates, who I felt Chambers had a good game. Honestly, I must say, he's one of the players who I wanted to let go. I think we can recuperate some funds for him, but I mean, he's here to stay, so we're going to have to make do with him. And he was very calm. Him and Socrates looked like a good partnership. Monreal and left back was a surprise for me, but obviously with Kolasinac and Ozil, with what's happening with them, I thought that would blow over. I thought that was a once-off incident, but it looks to me like this is going to continue with Ozil and Kolasinac, because Emery came out yesterday and said he don't know, they're out indefinitely, so we can't actually say. And it's not a nice thing to go to. I mean, Ozil just got married, Kola just got married recently now, and now for their wives to be put in the situation, apparently Kolasinac and Ozil sent their wives back home, because they don't want to be caught up in this mess. But coming back to Arsenal, I think Reece Nelson had an okay game. For me, he had an okay game. Everyone is saying he was outstanding. I didn't really see that. The one that personally, for me, that impressed me was Joe Willock. He passed that midfield. The best part for me of that game was where John Joe Shelvish thought he knocked him into the boards, got up, won the ball back, broke again. So Willock played well. The one massive disappointment, who I really think we need to clear I don't want to swear, I don't want to use language, there's probably kids watching this, but Mkhitaryan, he is dreadfully awful. Gee whiz. And it's coming on from last year. He looks good in bits and pieces, but damn, yeah, he was horrible. He was pathetic. He was piss poor. Aubameyang is a clinical finisher. I must give special shout out to Gwen Doozy as well, who I think did well in the midfield. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, brilliant ball, brilliant game as well. Good to see Nicola Pepe getting around. Good to see Cabayas. I like a bit of nastiness in him when he tried to waste time at there. And even Gabriel Martinelli as well. Good. Fair enough. However, with that being said, we got Burnley coming up at home. It's our first home game. I want to see the big boys. I want to see David Luiz in defense. I want to see Nicola Pepe. I want to see Cabayas start. I want to even see Torreira as well. I will drop Xhaka. Everyone knows Xhaka's one of the players I want to see out. But looks like he's here to stay. I've seen that Staffy and El Nene are rumored with links away this week as well. Thank you, Lord, for that, because I cannot handle another season of Staffy. It's going to cause me to use a lot of profanity throughout the season as well. But like I said again, Burnley have given us a tough run. Maybe not last year, but in the past 2 seasons, we always needed late goals, like penalties from Alexis Sanchez. So they're going to be a tough nut to crack. The game of the weekend, Manchester United-Chelsea. Now, all credit to United. They got an outstanding attack. They're quick on the break. It's so vintage United of old as well, where they could hit you on the break. Paul Pogba, outstanding for me personally. I don't think Pogba will leave. I'd love to see him leave to Madrid, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think United can afford to lose him now. Their midfield needs Paul Pogba. I think that Pogba was one of the players last year in Manchester United's team that stood out. I mean, he was the only midfielder that got like double figures for goals and assists. So I feel the criticism of Pogba, if I have to put my French at the side, is a bit unfair. But again, brilliant. Harry Maguire looked outstanding. I think he was blocking everything. I don't buy into this whole argument debate that's happening on Twitter lately with the whole Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire versus Trent Alexander-Arnold and Virgil van Dijk. Don't get me wrong, Maguire's a good buy. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, for me personally, was the man of the match in that game. However, I don't think you can compare them on the level to Van Dijk, to Trent Alexander-Arnold, what they have done for Liverpool already this far. But give it time. On the whole, I think Chelsea played well. I think Chelsea dominated the position in the first couple of minutes. Chelsea had a couple of chances. Tammy Abraham hitting the post. There was one ball that Mason Mount, I think it was, that slid the ball in. Tammy Abraham anticipated that. That goes in. That's 2-0. You never know what can happen. But I think Zuma was reckless. That one threw him out completely. That threw Chelsea's whole game plan out the window. And Chelsea, credit to them. They kept going. They kept trying. Emerson hit the post. That could have gone in, anything could happen. Barkley was a nice save by De Gea. Those are small moments, but I think Lampard can take some art from that performance as well, because it's not often that you see teams going to Old Trafford, going at it at them, attacking United the way Chelsea did. So scoreline isn't really a true reflection. That's just for me personally. United were more clinical than Chelsea. And at the end of the day, goals win you matches. So fair dues to United. They came out. I personally think United are going to be strong this year with that defense. I always maintain games. Attack wins you games, but defense wins you titles. So fair dues to that. I agree with that fully. So once the area where United have done good business in is strengthening that defense, and you can only build a platform from there. Who knows, maybe in January they go out, they get Bruno Fernandes, you never know. Personally, for Arsenal, I think we need to clear there's still a lot of deadwood. I saw Jeff René Adelaide going out for 25 minutes to Lyon. I think that's a good move for him. I like Jeff at the time, but at the time there was players like Jack Wilshere, Aaron Ramsey. He was never going to get a game, so fair dues to him as well. What I need to see now from Arsenal Yes, we've had a good window personally. Obviously, we need to build on it in January. There's a lot. We're not going to rectify all the areas in one window. What I want to see, though, is Deadwood going out. Starting with Mustafi and El Nene. I think we need to get Mustafi out. The fact that Mustafi wasn't even in the team on Sunday tells me that he's heading out. First and foremost, you don't go to a toilet and wash your hands before you take a shit. You take a shit and then you wash your hands. So fair dues to Arsenal. That's one thing I need to see. I will release a preview video for the weekend's Premier League games, but tonight there's football in action as well. We got Liverpool versus Chelsea. That's going to be very, very exciting. I'm going for Liverpool to win 2-0. I don't think... Look, Chelsea flattened us, and even when their backs are against the wall, so you never know. But I just think Liverpool's defense is strong. And that's about it, people. Thank you for listening to me. It's your boy, DVD. Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe, whatever. Do your thing. It's your boy, DVD. I'm gone.